Bro, I'm so mad I'm not in love or in a relationship right now, bro. God damn! Like, what the fuck? Why it gotta be me that's not in a relationship? Like, and I know there's more to life than a relationship, but goddamn, I've been single for 8 years, bro. It's about fucking time, bro. It's about fucking time. I'm ready for this shit, bro. I'm more than fucking ready. I'm prompt for this shit, bro. I'm prompt for this shit, bro. I'm eager for love, bro. Eager. Like, God, I'm desperate. I'm fucking desperate for this shit, bro.
Modern women screwed up a good thing and now they are paying for it. We've got a video for you here today from Dating Right. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in. And let's get into it.
These are the most annoying things that people tell me as a single 30-year-old. Starting off strong, learn to be content in your singleness. This is a common Christian phrase. Newsflash, I'm not content. It's not enjoyable. I'm a yapper. I want somebody to come home and yap to. My mom is starting to ignore my calls. I need somebody at home who's contractually obligated to listen to me yap. The other one, love will come when you least expect it. Cheryl, I have pretty much lost all hope. I no longer expect it.
Even if she were to find a man who would be interested in taking her out on a date, he will cut that thing short the second he realizes that all she does is talk and he won't be able to get a word in at all. She brought that on herself and no man is going to want that.
What I expect is to die alone. I have had this expectation for the last 2 years. And I'm starting to think that you're wrong about this one. This one's for my married friends of like, oh, don't rush into marriage. Don't rush into a relationship. Enjoy all of it. I miss my peace. I'm sorry that you're miserable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you hate the person you married. That's not my journey. Because who I marry, I plan on really liking them forever. You're young. You're so young. You have all the time in the world. No, I don't. I don't.
The concept of time has been completely warped thanks to modern women. They honestly think that 30 is young, when in reality her youth ended sometime around the age of 25. But women like this bought into the lie that they have all of the time in the world. They can have kids with their, when they're 35 and all that. They can get married at 40. Prince Charming is just around the corner. And of course, here we are.
I'm 30. I'm so young. Okay, I date somebody. When do you expect me to marry them? I start dating somebody today, we get married a year from now. And then what? We want to be married in our marital bliss for like 2 years. Then we want to try to have a baby. I'm already in my mid-30s by the time we start talking about having babies. If I'll get married exactly 1 year from today and then wait 2 years to enjoy my marital bliss with my husband. I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm not young. 30's not young.
Women like this think that it's totally reasonable to just wait until you're in your mid-30s to start having children, even though the odds of having kids drastically drops off at that age, especially for women, but they feel like after throwing away a decade plus of their lives, they need to rush to catch up.
And I would really appreciate it if y'all stop trying to gaslight me into thinking that it is. And then this is for all my single male friends. Oh, Holly, you'll find someone. You're so this, you're so that. If I'm so that, Todd, I'm so this. Why don't you want me? I'm actually not that mad about that. Like, if you're my friend and you're saying this, you don't need to ask me out. Unless you know who you are, unless.
Her male friends don't want to date her because they all know that she's an unhinged wreck, okay? She brought all of this on herself thanks to her choices to waste her own time, by the way, on living the boss babe queen career lifestyle. Now she's too old and unstable for any guy.
What's the worst part about being single in your 30s? It's the fact that you start to settle down even though you have no one to settle down with. You can feel yourself wanting to slow down. You are tired, okay? And that's not even the worst part. You know what the worst part is, especially if you were someone who really liked going out, is that a lot of the men who I have kissed in this lifetime has been from a drunken encounter. There is nothing better than a dance floor makeout, okay? But because I don't like going out as much anymore, I have no one to kiss.
That's her problem right there. Most of her physical experiences with men happened while she was out and intoxicated. That's the kind of behavior that just proves that she wasted her prime years going out, having fun, partying too much, instead of taking her life seriously. And just by the way, if you take a woman like this seriously, guys, you are going to probably get cheated on.
The last man I kissed was in May, guys. It's honestly kind of tragic. It's like everyone else who is settled down, but they're in a relationship. Oh, good night, kiss. Oh, good morning, kiss, 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 kiss all the time. Me? I have no one to kiss because I'm not getting drunk enough to kiss a stranger. I'm also not leaving my house. Like, what am I gonna do? Make out with my DoorDash delivery man? I don't know how that's gonna work because I want them to leave it at the door. And then I'm not opening my door until I know that they are long gone.
She's complaining that she has no man to kiss, but she refuses to go outside and have a life. And let's be real, guys, okay? Whenever these women claim that they can't get a boyfriend or they can't get a man or whatever, they can have a man. It's just not the man that they want.
Why does no one explain or tell us how hard it is to be dating in this modern age in your 30s? I don't want to be going out dating. I don't want to do it. I don't want to put myself through it. I just find that people are so easy to leave, and people can't commit anymore. People don't want to commit anymore. It's too easy to find other things.
She's just wrong. There are plenty of men out there who want to commit to women. The problem is that none of those men were good enough for her in her 20s, and they have enough good sense to not want to take her seriously in her 30s. I don't think these women understand how insulting it is to completely disregard a man only to turn around and say, okay, now I'll accept you, when she's in her 30s and maybe the dude has money now. It's a real spit in the face to men.
And then just stupid things like you're going on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. You're scrolling through and you're seeing all these memes of things that you want to have in your future, and it just makes you feel so envious. Like, I wish I could have that. Why can't I have that? Oh, dating in your 30s sucks. It really sucks. And I think it's just kind of like, it's trying to come to terms with the fact that everything that you thought you'd have by this age isn't always where it's meant to be. Sometimes you just need to wrap your head around it.
She could have had all of those things she's weeping about if she actually lowered her standards and dated men within her league a decade ago. But she clearly didn't do that. Now she's too broken to date, and any men who are left aren't willing to take her seriously.
I was in the smoking area last night and my friend goes to me, I feel like creepy because I like the look of someone. Like, he didn't even try to talk to her. He just felt like a creep for even wanting to. And I think this big age of like anti-men, but not all men, and this like, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend vogue. The men can see it, you know.
Modern women spent the last 15 to 20 years quite literally telling men that they were dusty, we were broke, we were more dangerous than bears, okay? And we were told to never approach them. And once men finally stopped approaching, we stopped caring. Modern women cannot figure out for the life of them why men have stopped.
Like, as someone that sometimes dates men, I do not want it to get to a point where men are afraid. The good ones, my friend's a good one. Men are afraid to even speak to you. Like, can't we just make an agreement as femmes, as women? Like, sometimes men will talk to us. Because what else do we expect? Like,
there's no fixing the damage that these women have caused, thanks to their terrible attitudes, the public shaming of men, the threats of false claims, and the actual false claims that have been brought against men, by the way. Men have seen the end result, and they stay away, not out of fear, but because these women simply are not worth approaching anymore.
because if you stop all of them, like, stopping the bad ones, true, yeah, great, good. But you're also stopping the good ones. And then where do we go? Do we have to talk to them? Because I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing a man. I come to me. I'll make the decision. Like, you can just brush off the, like, slightly uncomfortable ones. And obviously there's, like, levels to it. But, like, now I'm hearing people are even scared to even breathe in her direction. And
The simplest and frankly only solution for these women is to start approaching men and making it crystal clear that they are interested. But here's the problem. That's actually really unappealing to a lot of guys, first of all. It's not very feminine. And also, of course, to top it off, the women will never stoop to doing that. Okay, a lot of these women think they're too good to make things happen. The man should just magically know to approach her and all of these sorts of things. So women have kind of screwed themselves over by putting themselves in this situation.
I know, there's some ladies in the back going like, yes, as he should be. But, like, come on. Like, what do we expect? What, like, we need to find some middle ground here because it's getting impossible out here. And, like, where do we go from here? What do we expect them to do? Hello, can we have a meeting, please? Like,
Even if some kind of a truce could be made, it wouldn't actually matter. The same women who told men to never approach them got destroyed by dudes like Chad. They will never be able to trust or even respect or pair bond with the good men that they rejected for years. There's no going back from that.
Where are the women who are in their 30s and they've been through a pretty mega breakup, perhaps with the person that they thought they were going to spend the rest of their life with? Because that's what I'm going through. And for some reason, even though I know this is a ridiculous feeling, I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed that I'm in my 30s and I'm someone that does want to meet someone and settle down, and I haven't been able to make that happen. Not through lack of trying.
At least she's admitting that she's part of the problem, but this was all her own doing. People have been getting together for thousands of years without any issue. It's only recently that modern women have become so damn insufferable that they can't even get a guy to take her seriously. Like, guys, think about that for a second. How badly as a woman you have to screw up in order for men to not want to commit to you.
I've had my happily single years. I have lived my best life, and I will continue to live my best life once I've gotten over this. But I just want to share that life with someone, and it feels like it's becoming less and less acceptable to say that out loud. Like, you should, if you're not in a relationship, you should be happily single. And I just don't believe that's the case for everyone. So please, if you are in your 30s in particular and you have been through or you are going through a similar situation, do you feel the same? Is it just me? My thoughts and emotions really are just all over the place. And you know what the craziest part is? He doesn't give a single F. He has already moved on and he is living his best life. But you know what? I need to feel the feels. I need to get the thoughts out. So here I am getting them out.
There's nothing wrong with these women wanting to have a relationship with someone. The problem is that they didn't spend their time wisely. Now it's left them older and even more confused, and there isn't a whole lot they can do to change that.
I've been single for my entire adult life. I've just turned 32, and my last boyfriend was about 15 years ago, and I've never had the experience of someone wanting to spend the rest of their life with me, laying in bed next to me, to wedding, cooking me dinner when I get home. I've never had anybody take me on a date. And
God damn! Fuck!
that often makes me feel like I've failed at life. I've had so many thoughts of what I would do if I had a partner, like going on holiday, walking hand in hand down the street with them, someone that isn't embarrassed to be with me, cooking at home together. I see all these videos of people doing this when they're in a relationship and it looks fun. And then there's people on the other side who say it's not all it's cracked up to be, but they've also got to experience that. And when you don't get to experience that, it just feels like you're missing out. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to experience that kind of love with someone, but I just wanted other people to know that they're not alone. You can feel so lonely and like you're the only one that's going through that emotion, but there are a lot of people out there that are in the same boat. Not being able to experience that kind of love with someone can make you feel even more alone. And I just wanted people to know that you aren't alone.
She doesn't want a relationship, she wants a movie fantasy. Relationships take work, and it's obvious that she's not willing to put in the work to make that happen, and this is her reward. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.